One of the biggest things in this life is determining what to keep in your life and what not to keep in your life through prioritizing. So let's talk about it. Hi guys, my name is Katie May and I am your guide to building a I am your guide to building a brand based in authentic connection. I snorted a little bit because doing the intros is still a little awkward, and sometimes when I tell myself things are awkward, I uncontrollably laugh. So you got a snort laugh from me today, and I hope you appreciate it. But let's talk about prioritizing a little bit more. So prioritizing is always going to come back to what you value in life, which is why your values have to be the foundation of your brand, and how you determine your values is through mindfulness. So it always ties back into each other. One of the really cool things about learning your values is it kind of acts as a guide to just your actions in life and what you'll actually do and show up for in this life. And it's really beautiful process. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about knowing what to prioritize. I just got off a really cool phone call with my podcast producer, and we talked a little bit about showing up just on one social media, and we decided YouTube, just because I can't talk this much on Instagram, and I feel like I have a lot that I want to share right now. And if I want to do something similar to Instagram, maybe I'll just repost like a YouTube short or something, right? And I'll just post that as a reel, because that's about mainly what I've been doing on Instagram anyways. This thing keeps falling. I keep changing it from like horizontal to vertical depending upon if I need my Google Maps or if I'm filming a video, and I feel like I made it like a little too loose, but that's all right, she's still good. But knowing what to prioritize is really hard. But one of the things that I've been figuring out very slowly is you never actually know what to prioritize if you prioritize everything all at once. So for instance, when I'm trying to show up on 4 different social medias and trying to learn marketing on 4 different social medias, even though they operate all kind of similarly but really differently in and of its own self, it's really hard for me to figure out what actually works for me, right? But so for a while I've been showing up solely on Instagram, and I realized that Instagram is fun and I love connecting to other members of in their channels, and I love like being able to like comment and like I love Instagram stories, right? But the more that I invested my time and my energy into Instagram, the more I was like, okay, like, yes, it's fun, yes, it's cute, but this isn't really meant for me. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a little sad to realize today that I probably have to let Instagram go a little bit more. I think I'll still show up on stories mainly because I love it. I feel like it really builds like more of my like know and like factors or whatever they call it. And so I realized that I have to reprioritize. But had I still been in this energy of trying to show up on all of these different social medias, I wouldn't have understood that Instagram was the thing that wasn't working for me. I would have thought that everything was the thing that wasn't working for me, right? It's just like if you go to the doctor and they prescribe you a medication. If you just take the one medication, you get to see whether or not it works for you, right? But if you decide to take 4 different medications at the same time, you're not going to know which one is actually meant for you and which one actually is going to help, and which ones maybe have bad reactions to each other, right? So you kind of have to treat everything like connection-wise similarly to each other, and it makes a lot of sense, I feel like, once you start investing time solely into one thing. So prioritization is a really key factor, because we all only have 24 hours in the day, right? If you are showing up on 4 different social medias and you get 20 subscribers or followers, whatever it's called, on each platform, you have like 100 subscribers, right? But they're all getting slightly different information and slightly different content, and you become so burnt out because of all this lack of time and lack of energy that you inevitably are not able to show up the same way on all of these platforms. But when you harness all of that same energy into the same platform, you get to build this community of people that's like, oh my gosh, like I know them. Like, they're so cool. Like, these are all the things I know about them, like, and all this other, like, fun stuff. And so you really get to have people be like, okay, like, I know them. It's not like they go to your YouTube and see one version of you, and then your Instagram and see another, and then your Twitter and see another. They get to just see you on one platform, and then allow that to bleed over into other social media over time. Obviously, I haven't gotten to the bleeding part yet. I am just repeating the information that I learned from somebody else who has gotten to that point. So if you don't want to take it from me, take it from somebody else. Go do your own research. Don't ever listen just to me. Do your own research. Don't be dummy. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way. Always do your own research, girl. I swear. Yes, I've learned a lot. Yes, I've read a lot of books. Yes, I've listened to a lot of YouTubers that have been successful in a lot of these things. But what if I was listening to all the wrong ones? What if you get to do your own research and find something that works for you in a way that would never work for me? So, like, always do your own research. Don't just take it from me. If you need to use this video as a foundation of building a pillar of your values so that you can go find other creators that align more deeply with you and connect with you more authentically, if that's not me, to be honest. Anyways, back to prioritizing. When you're able to take all of that energy and invest it into just one social media platform, not only will you have like better content, like it's gonna look better, but you're also going to have more energy and more time to show up for other things that you actually enjoy doing, like going on walks, reading random books. Like, I love Spanish class, I love my Tai Chi class, I love my astronomy club that I'm a part of. All of these little things that like make my life really fun and really interesting. I would not have the opportunity to go to these things if I was still scattered across 3 different social media platforms. So I really just encourage you guys to really prioritize, whether it's through social media, whether it's in your life. Like, would you rather hang out with friends or would you rather hang out with your family? And there's no right or wrong answer. This is your life. You get to decide, you know? But really think about it. If you had to envision yourself right now at a funeral and you walk over to the casket and you look into the casket and it's yourself, what do you want those people around you to be saying about you? Do you want them to say that you were always there to show up for your family? Do you want them to say that you were always a great friend and someone that they felt like they could rely on and be supported by? You know, do you want them to say that you were an amazing cook and you always had these like bomb meals and everybody knew that no matter what stage of life that they were in, that they could always come over to your house and grab a meal, no matter whatever you had in your pantry at the time, right? What do you really want people to say about you? And there's no right or wrong answer. They're just your authentic answers. And these answers will provide so much clarity on what your values are. And I didn't make this up. Carrie Green told me about it, and she read it in a book that I haven't read yet, so I don't remember the book. I think it was like The Art of Manifestation or something along those lines. But it was basically about living your dream life, and your dream life comes back down to your values. And if we don't constantly remind ourselves of our values and why we're here and what we're doing and why we're doing it, then we're going to be just scattered and we're going to be blown by the wind every single which way, and we're not going to really be able to show up in the ways that we need to. So I really encourage you to start investing more time into figuring out what your values are in both your personal life and your business life and your branding life. Scratch that. There's no such thing as a business in this channel, all right? Branding only. We only work with authentic, creative, branding people. Cool. But once you're able to figure out your values, you can more easily define what you want to prioritize in your life. And once you're able to see what you want to prioritize in your life, the more easy that you're able to show up for your dreams, your goals, and everything else that you want. So let me know if you are looking for a branding coach that is based in authenticity and connection. That wasn't a very great sales pitch, but like whatever. And let me know down in the comments below what you are doing to build up your values and your beliefs. But until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace.